I simply wanted to ask if you knew anything about the victims of the murder.
The Cliftons, they've lived here for a number of years.
And can you think of any
There were
reason why anyone would want to kill them?
none whatsoever. They were farmers, good people, good Dunford folk.
Oh, was not in question, sir. I don't suppose they had riches, anything worth stealing.
Oh, I am
He's gonna
doubtful.
think you're a thief.
The only thing of value taken were their oxen.
Well, I don't suppose there were any rumors of the Cliftons coming into anything of value, anything like that.
Nothing of the sort that I know of.
Well, it's a terrible tragedy. Thank you for doing this town such a fine service. You have
Very
a good day.
well. And as he begins to walk off back to his business. So, as Gorgon and Kassandra, you are nearby when you see the sort of exchange between Wash and the Undertaker as he pushes him out of the what's an Undertaker?
Funeral parlor?
The funeral parlor? Yeah, I
like
guess
a mortuary?
Yeah, mortuary? I don't know. Anyways, says he put him out. You can overhear their discussion.
What are me and Gorgon on our way to do right now?
Go for it.
Well, you had just interrogated the girl.
Oh, he just
Okay.
got that one in time.
So you were... Oh, I guess you did that partially at the mill.
They had just suggested the sting. Are they going to be doing that soon?
Right, where we were going to try and lure out the guy who paid Bitchface to kill her.
Read that.
Yes, you could be on your way to that.
Gorgon says, are you any good at covert operations?
I have my ways of gathering information, yes.
Gorgon goes, I'm former hobgoblin military. I'm a sapper. Are you familiar with that?
No.
We went in covertly and blew up bridges behind enemy lines.
Well, I would be more like the person who would go and get you the information on where the bridge was and where it was manned.
Wash starts eavesdropping.
He goes,
Could I,
he goes, well,
I get
Yeah, I'm gonna like sense motive, or I guess I would perception it first.
What are we
either a stealth
perceptioning?
or a bluff from... Probably... guess-
Drew, me and you're rolling perceptions, and then Carl's rolling something else to try and eavesdrop. Ooh,
Probably a bluff is sort of vocal. I guess you could do it to sort of act nonchalant. I guess that would work. Bluff.
nice. I was thinking like a stealth check.
Yeah, well, he's not really hiding though. If he's just sort of acting like he's, I think a bluff is acceptable.
Cool. So Gorgon says, so who's this man we're going to confront? What's he like? Do you know anything about him?
Can I do a knowledge local to see what I know about this guy?
Sure.
13. Just looking for like local
13.
hangout spots. Whether he's feared by everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to know specifically about him? Is what you want to know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Henry Oliver's son is kind of a gruff man. He's more known for bringing in people alive than dead. He's lived here all of his life. He's, of course, like I said, a thief taker. So anybody who has sort of any kind of problems, he's one of the people that they would go to, and he'd just sort of look after it for them. You do know that he's does have a lot of communication, a lot of face-to-face with the marshal of Dunford.
Okay, so I'll just kind of relay that to Gorgon.
Gorgon says, well then, what's our strategy? Are we to follow him, try and find that he's been up to no good? Should we directly confront him about this?
I think we should get the girl to ask for her payment. As he's handing over the money, that he is... But we'll have the proof that he did something. Then we can confront him.
We could tell him that we're here to pick up the money on her behalf.
If we do that, you may want to go alone. Actually, can you do a knowledge local to see if this guy is like a frequent to the textile factory? Like, if I walk in there, is he gonna be like, oh, that's Kassandra, Virgil's nephew or niece?
We'll just use. Does he frequent the textile factory? Not really. No, like you've never seen him there before. Would he know who you are? Unlikely.
Okay, so yeah.
Also, I just have something to say to Carl right now. You do not know if the corpses were found bound. Carl?
Yep.
And Mrs. Clifton had blood running down her arms and on her hands. So those areas were covered in blood.
Thank you.
Okay, now we can go back to Luke.
Okay, so Cassie will look at Gorgon and just kind of nod and say, that could be the best course of action. If she goes to meet up with him, she always has the opportunity to tell him what we're doing.
She also seemed uncooperative. Where is she right now? Did we confine her to? Because we kind of switched. Did we confine her to her room or something?
Yes, she's held at the mill right now. Or it's actually you could lock her in her room.
So we'll go with something like that. So,
sorry, you're gonna have to.
We're gonna keep her locked in her room
To me,
and have Virgil kind of watch over her.
Okay.
And then Cassie's also gonna move her dagger to her back, tucked in to the back of her belt, opposed to the front.
Okay.
So are we going to go with the direct approach, or do you think it would be wiser if we entered his residence without his permission?
I think in matters such as this, caution always trumps the direct.
Suddenly, a man who you thought was perhaps window shopping or looking in one of the homes begins speaking as if he's overheard your entire conversation.
Roll a perception check, Carl.
15?
Oh, you got a
Wait.
one.
Oh, not one. I'm holding a knife.
Yeah, that was a misroll on my part. I actually also nat
You
one.
see...
I'm pretty sure a knife I go for a knife, but it falls out of my shirt.
you
myself.
drop it a little and picks it up.
And I don't even notice.
Yeah, and at that time there's a big bang on the roof beside you, and Carl looked up and just was the wiser.
I'm holding my hand.
I guess these people are savages after all.
We are the.
So Cassandra's gonna look at Leslie and say, "Don't you know it's rude to listen to other people's conversations?"
I'm refreshing here. This is stupid.
I might do that too. He turns and says, "Yes, my dear lady, I do apologize. You are right. Allow me to introduce myself." And he bows deeply. Leslie Bishop Walsh, at your service. The finest investigator on
The planet.
I was going to say, the finest investigator of these lands.
She kind of looks in your direction and just says, "My name's Kassandra. Now, what were you saying? before you
Gorgon holds
interrupt
out his
our
bloody hand and
conversation.
says, Gorgon.
Charmed. He kind of makes a face at the hand. I couldn't help but overhear you. It seems there's many mysteries abound in this small village. I was just looking into one myself. I can't help but wonder if they somehow interlap with your clandestine discussion.
Well, what are you here for?
I heard of a murder nearby, and I decided to check it out. There are many pieces of the puzzle that frankly don't add up.
Yes, we're here dealing with a... did the girl die that was pushed in? No, her arm just got fucked up, eh?
Yes, correct.
Still might die.
So
We are investigating a likely related industrial accident.
attempted murder, you would say.
A related industrial accident. He gets this crazy, weird smile on his face, as if he just really gets off on this kind of thing. The plot thickens.
Related. Just getting a boner.
Oh, this is most interesting. Perhaps I could be of help. I have relevant information. If you would be so kind as to share yours.
Gorgon
What
looks to
information do you
his
have?
new friend, which is Kassandra, because we're besties.
We are besties.
I can understand the mistrust. Of course, I am a stranger. Here, as a show of good faith, I'll share mine first. He leans over and opens up his book, pointing at the diagrams drawn. A man about... I forget what height you said. Did you say...
Approximately
He's kind of short. He's like 5 feet, right?
5 to
5'5"?
5.5.
Yeah, so... A relatively short man is responsible for these murders, somewhere between 5 feet and 5.5, with a foot size, of about this diagram. He goes on to say, it doesn't seem like it was strictly a matter of murder. There was something taken from the house, I believe, something that was well hidden in the fireplace. Dug out of the ash, you could say. Also, there is the matter of the ropes that were cut. They were clean, almost as if someone had come and cut loose the people, and they had not expected to be slaughtered. According to the wounds on the woman's body, there should have been blood on the rope. This makes me believe that someone who they knew, someone who they expected to free them, came in and killed them.
Where did these murders take place?
In the house.
She kind of rolls her eyes. Which house?
You do know
It's probably public knowledge.
Clifton Homes.
Yeah, you know about
You
this.
do know. Well, I'm saying to you, Carl. You know the names.
Oh,
of the
you know,
people.
it's the
So-
Dunberger house or something.
Clifton.
Clifton house.
And was it the Benzel? Was it the Clifton house that this girl said she's... Yeah, the
Yes,
girl
it
who got
was.
pushed in the machine.
Yes,
Okay.
it's all one event. Yes.
Okay, and can I do a knowledge local to see if I know the guy who was coming out of the house? Like the murder
Sure.
suspect?
Yep.
Ooh, 21.
Yes, you do know him. He had some minor dealings with your uncle. His name is Sir Gamray.
And does he fit the description that
No,
Leslie is giving me?
no, he does not. Sir Gamray is much taller than that, as long as that coincides with Russell's
Much larger foot.
backstory.
Okay.
He's a giant with the strength.
And-
What about the size of
1,000 men.
Henry? How big is he? Not that I would know, but they would. Mr. Benzel.
Yeah,
Sorry,
do you
say
want
that
me to-
again.
How tall
big is
is
Henry?
Henry? How big is he?
We'll use the same knowledge local. Henry is of applicable height.
So he fits the description.
He does.
Okay, now I want to sense mode of Carl to see if he's see if this is truth, what he's telling me right now, or if he's trying to lie to me. Nat 20.
Yep, he's telling the truth.
Okay, so Cassandra will share her information and say there's an incident at the textile factory. A woman witnessed a man leaving the house as the murder happened. Unfortunately, someone tried to trip her into a machine to kill her. We saved her, And we're now going to see the person who paid to have this woman shut up.
So Wash is scribbling furiously in his journal. He's got that